Very well, ladies and gentlemen, after such a long time, I'm back, and I think this time, oh, Gabriel Jesus got injured, and we are definitely in big trouble. But more importantly, what we do in the January transfer window also matters, and what are the players that are getting linked with Arsenal? Jude Bellingham to Arsenal. I'm hearing that, and I'm definitely going to address that as well. And some Rudy Galletti is actually coming up with the news that Cristiano Ronaldo wants to come to Arsenal, or Arsenal are going for him. Apparently, that's not true. So, if you seek regular Arsenal content, the best place to be, consider subscribing. And we just move on to the first news. So, Arsenal's next season's home kit is this one. It brings back the element of one of the fans' all-time favorite kit. If you had it, legendary 2005 2006 Highbury home kit. Yes, except for the gold, the kit will be very different from the 2005 2006 Highbury kit. That's the news that we have from Footy Headlines. Well, yes, they also say that the kit will have white sleeves. Shade of red main color is not known yet, but it is more likely to be a standard red than maroon. So standard red, but inspired from 2023. Inspired from 2005 2006 home kit. How would you like it? I would love it, but I would want to see how this turns out to be. Moving on, so Simon Collins says Gabriel Jesus is back in London and due to see a knee specialist in coming days to learn full extent of his injury. Jesus' spell out will depend on whether he needs to have surgery or not. The full extent of this surgery is uncertain. Jesus being out for an extended period of time could force Arsenal to act in the January transfer market. Arsenal are ready to back Arteta in the January, and before Jesus' injury, their main priority was a wide forward. So yes, you know who they are targeting. Well, yes, we do. Apparently, yes, we definitely do. So Marquinhos shares this image with the caption "Work hard" on Instagram, and yes, Bukayo Saka says excellent. Krake says Paulinho, but Bukayo Saka has one eye on the World Cup and the other eye on his teammate Marquinhos. How good is that? But moving on, so here we go. Bukayo Saka posted this, "Come on England," to which Aaron Ramsdale says, "Star boy." Of course, he is the star boy that Arsenal always needed. And head at Matt Turner posted, "Forever, thanks for the overwhelming support, love recovery time and then back to it." Holding said, "Some performance, did all you could, brother, and proud of you," says Ramsdale. "Proud of you, Turner roll." Ramsdale, Matt Turner reacted to that saying that thanks Rambinho. So yes, much love from Arsenal boys on Instagram on each other's posts. You love to see it. I love to see this beautiful relationship brewing. But moving on, here's what Arsenal are. According to the build, Arsenal are probing the possibility of signing Jibril So from Eintracht Frankfurt. Newcastle and Nottingham Forest are also interested, while Frankfurt are reluctant to sell. This would be their last chance to get a good price for the player. Player wants to come to England. I don't know how true this would be, but let's see how things will turn out. Very interesting to say the least. But Arsenal, well, yes, all the players apart from the ones that have actually gone for the World Cup are back into the training in Dubai. Yes, Gabriel Magalhaes, Emil Smith Rowe is back in training as well. So interesting to see Captain Martin Odegaard also in Dubai. So we have to see where we are going with this. And as per Swiss Ramble, Arsenal were quite tight on UEFA's financial fair play rules guidelines. Guess is that UEFA are just about fine with Arsenal given positive trend in financials. This view is reinforced by the fact that they were not included in the latest list of clubs that were fined by the UEFA for the financial fair play breach. You won't see them do anything with Paris Saint-Germain or Manchester City, but yes, that is that. And Alexander Zinchenko was also seen in training, which is really cool. Really interesting. Kaya Kanak says Saka wants to say Arsenal want him to stay. In that regard, deal is easy, but agent could take it to the wire. He's the same agent as Balogun and Nketiah. Arsenal are quietly confident of extending all three deals, which includes Saka, Martinelli, and William Saliba. Also, Kaya Kanak says that Evan and Dika used to share agents with Nicola Pepe, and there are reliable reports in linking him to Arsenal. He can play left back as well. Well, let's see whether that will happen or not. But more importantly, Arsenal players have been fantastic in the World Cup. Bukayo Saka says, I have not received any message from William Saliba and I don't think I will. So, if you don't know, quarterfinal game, England versus France up next. So, what will England do? We'll come to know. And Bukayo Saka on Gabriel Jesus' injury says, I have messaged him and he said he's going to see the doctor. It's not good news for us. He's such an important player for us. I'm sure he is. But for those of you who don't know, Arsenal versus Aston Villa have been moved to a 12:30 p.m. kickoff time on Saturday, February the 18th. Not ideal considering Arsenal plays City on the Wednesday night. Feb games moved are Everton away for Arsenal, which is at 12:30 p.m. on February 4th, this Saturday. Wednesday, February 15th will be a home game against Manchester City at 7:30 p.m. BST. And on Saturday will be Villa, February 18th, away game, 12:30 p.m. BST. So there is that. But more importantly, a statement from Bukayo Saka regarding Kylian Mbappe. He says, I think there's only one Kylian Mbappe, and at the same time there is only one me, and I want to be myself. Let's see whether the defenders will cope up with Kylian Mbappe, because if you give him space, a little bit of breathing space, he's going to kill you, because he's Kylian. No, I didn't joke about that. I'm sorry I joked about that. Yeah. Take that back. I really do. Moving on, so before talking about anything, let's talk about Piero Hincapié. Well, he is a Bayer Leverkusen defender. He's 20 years of age. He's attracting interest and attention from Arsenal, Tottenham, Napoli as well. AC Milan, AS Roma and Inter Milan. Leverkusen are not wanting to sell the player in January, but the value is not less than 25 to 30 million euros. That's coming from calciomercato.com. Let's see how that will turn out to be. But more importantly, we move on to another young player Arsenal are interested in ex-Arsenal player Yunus Musa. Fabrizio Romano says Yunus Musa is in the list of Premier League clubs. Arsenal recently sent their scouts to monitor him, but there are also other Premier League giants well informed. Inter Milan is interested too. He could leave Valencia between January and June. So that's an interesting topic to talk about. I mean, really, yeah. Well, now let's talk about the topic that really is going to shock you. Per Mertesacker on German channel ZDF said that Arsenal tried to sign Jude Bellingham before, but with the number of clubs wanting him, it will be too expensive. Interesting. So Arsenal are interested in Jude Bellingham. Let me know in the comments. Would you want Jude Bellingham at Arsenal? How much is it possible in the comments? Let me know what you guys think about it. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.